Hello everyone, welcome to Marine Tech Hub by Venkat. Today's topic is how to fill a TAR book or training portfolio by engine cadets. I will also be highlighting the mistakes cadets do while filling the TAR book and how to avoid them. Okay, let's get into the video.
I am using a UK training portfolio as sample for our reference. So, this is the training portfolio issued by MNTB, that is Merchant Navy Training Board. This portfolio is for Level 3 Marine Engineering Operations, that is officer in charge of an engineering watch in a manned engine room or in UMS, that is unmanned machinery space. This page shows the contents of this portfolio, which comprises of 5 sections. We will see one by one. Section 1. This section should be read by anyone involved in or having responsibility for training on board. That is, this section should be familiar to engine cadet, the one who is filling the portfolio, DSTO, Designated Shipboard Training Officer, that is second engineer, the one who is responsible for training on board, and also chief engineer, who is supervising the training on board. On the following pages, we will see the guidance on portfolio, like how to fill the portfolio, guidance for the trainee, etc. As per the flowchart given, once the task or report is complete, get it signed by second engineer. Once the unit is complete, second engineer considers overall performance in a section as proficient. Then submit the portfolio to an internal assessor for judgment. Report writing is very important, which supports your tasks performed on board. I will tell you the format of the reports when I show you some sample reports. Reports should be concise. It is quality and not quantity that counts. Support your reports with diagrams or drawings. Okay, let's move on to section 2. In this section, we have to fill the personal details, company details, your STCW certificates details, and record of your sea service. This is a blank sea service for your reference. Fill in the company name, your name, date of birth, CDC number, vessel name, official number, your details of main engine, auxiliary engine, boilers. All these details you can get it from the ship's particular. And get the sea service testimonials signed by your chief engineer. Next, section 3 is for DSTO, Designated Shipboard Training Officer, chief engineer of the ship, in which the candidate is serving, to record the outcome of monthly reviews of progress. This page is for second engineer monthly review. He will review the cadet's monthly progress. This page is for chief engineer monthly review. And at the bottom, you can see the company training officer's inspection of progress. So, you can get it signed by a visiting superintendent on board, or once you sign off, get it from the office. This page is for the specimen signatures of officers and other experienced staff authorized to sign off the task, like chief engineer, second engineer, chief officer, or ETO. Whoever signs the task in this portfolio has to fill in their name and their specimen signatures in this page. Here comes the task summary chart. The purpose of this chart is to provide a summary of completed tasks and units to show the rate of progress of the candidate. Enter the date in the right hand column against the task when a task or report has been signed by second engineer. Enter the date in the shaded box in the right hand column when all the tasks in that units are completed, and signed you off as proficient in the whole element. Most of the time, cadets do mistakes in filling this segment. Please note, some of the tasks apply only to steamships and that are indicated by ST. Some tasks are for UMS class vessels. So, candidates should fill their tasks appropriate to their ship. Most of the time, cadets tend to get signature from second engineer at the time of second engineer sign off. So, that time they get the signatures in all the tasks, even the tasks which are not relevant to their cadetship. Like he might be sailing in a motor vessel, but he might have got the signatures in the steam columns also. So, to avoid that, please get these portfolios signed during your training period, not at the end of the contract. Section 4. The tasks on the following pages must be completed as soon as possible on joining the ship, because these are the emergency tasks. On your first ship, it is difficult as it will take time for familiarization. So at least put the dates that is within a week of your joining and get it signed from chief engineer and second engineer. While filling the particulars of ships, people tend to make mistakes. So better write it in a pencil and then confirm it with your superiors or your seniors and then write it with the pen. In that way you can avoid strike through in that page. Now comes section 5. This section is for tasks, projects and reports. In this section we can see the mandatory units that are to be completed. This unit 114 maintain the seaworthiness of the vessel. Once you complete the task 114.1.1, 1.2, 1.3 and 1.4 and get it signed in the right hand side, then the DSTO, that is second engineer, will sign in the shaded region below as proficient. In my case, I got it signed by chief officer on board. Another example is the unit 142. Once you complete all the tasks in that unit, then DSTO, that is second engineer, will sign as proficient. He might ask some questions and if your answers satisfy him, he will sign it. In this unit, I got the signature of second engineer because it is relevant to the engineering side. Some of the tasks require reports. I will show one example, that is a sample report format for your reference. See, this is the report. On the header, you can write your name, task reference number, company name, ship's name as shown. Then at the footer, put page number. At the end of the report, put cadet signature, DSTO signature, that is second engineer signature or chief officer signature, with ship stamp. This authenticates that you perform the task referred to in the report on board. So, some reports requires diagrams or drawings. Diagrams should be neat and legible, should have a title and clearly labeled. For example, I have shown some diagrams.
Okay guys, I hope now you have an idea how to fill a TAR book or training portfolio. As I have already highlighted the mistakes cadets do normally while filling the TAR book, I would like to add some simple tips. Allot at least 5 hours every week for portfolio and report making. This will reduce your burden. Do not drag it to the end of your contract. Next, fill the ship's particulars or the important dates with a pencil. Once you are satisfied, then you can fire it with a pen. So, these are all the basic tips and ideas to fill the TAR book. This brings me to the end of the video. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, like it, share it, subscribe the channel and don't forget to press the bell icon.